Okay, hey, so we chose the second NOT gate here, and what we need to do is draw our wiring diagram. So what I'm going to do there is we draw the shape of the NOT gate, like I was saying. So if you hold down Shift and you're using the draw key, it'll draw a straight line for you. So we'll draw a triangle. You want to draw it kind of big because we need to label where we're going to wire this thing up at, which they're also called pin numbers. Okay, so the pin out is another way it's referred to. So the in has like this in arrow, okay, and then the out put has an out arrow, kind of like that. So this has the input on pin 3. I'm going to use the text box tool because it makes it much cleaner. Okay, so pin 3 is our input. So I put it right next to the gate, the flat part where it goes into the gate. Pin 3 is going to be our input, and pin 4 is going to be our output. Pin 4 is going to be our output. I'll show you what that's going to mean later. Anyways, put a parentheses 4 on the output, parentheses 3 on the input. That's where we're going to hook it up. Ground, it's going to be connected to ground on pin 7. Okay, so ground, we draw usually down. Okay, and it has these 3 lines for ground. The first one's big, second one's medium, and the last one's small. That goes to ground. Okay, so that's going to be on pin 7. I got it from the chip diagram over there on the left. Okay, right over here. So ground's pin 7. Power, VCC, voltage common collector, is on pin 14. So I'm going to, and that's normally drawn in an up position. Okay, and I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go VCC, and that's plus 5 volts. But you don't really have to put 5 volts there. We could just let's just write VCC. Okay, make it simple. Worst, make it simple. Okay, simple as possible without losing any definition, any important stuff. Okay, so pin 14. Let's put it right here. Okay, so pin 14 is where power is connected. Pin 7 was where ground's connected. Pin 3 is where the input is. Okay, so input. We're going to use the letter A to represent the input. So input is, coming in, we have letter A, and coming out, we have X. So not letter, but like variable, okay, or input A. Now, what we're going to use for input A is we're going to use one of these switches down here. I'm going to use switch 15. 15 is right down here, switch 15. So in parentheses under A, here, maybe I can even just go like that. We're going to use switch 15. That's really big. Can I make that one smaller? Good. Okay, so input A is connected to switch 15, which is connected to pin 3 on the chip. And then X, the output, is connected up here. Let's use pin 8, or output section 8. That's the LED number 8. So we'll call it output 7. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We have this wiring diagram that we are now going to use in DeldSim. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of shrink this over here a little bit. Let's go like this. Go like this. Okay, so we're going to build that here. So we add the IC, click where you want to add the IC. Remember, IC means chip. Hex inverter 7404. Okay, 7404. That's what we're using. Okay, so we use this. Click there, and then covering up, we have to click add IC right there. It's going to add the IC. Okay, so here's the IC. Switch 15, I connect up here to pin 3. Okay, so I just did this wire. Now I'm going to do this wire, pin 4. I'm going to hook that up to pin 7 up top. And then I'm going to ground pin, or not pin 7 up top, the output 7. Pin 7 on the chip, I'm going to ground. And this right here is a liar. That's not pin 20. It says 20 right there. It's really, if you look at the chip diagram,